My name is John Freddy, and today I'm going to be talking about some tips which are very useful for getting a good pronunciation and reduce your accent. So I'm going to give you 10 tips which are going to be very important for you to learn how words are pronounced, or another way of getting a good pronunciation. The first tip I got here is that everybody has to observe the mouth movements of native speakers and try to imitate them. That way you can see how people speak, how they move their mouths, and how sounds are produced. Then we have a second tip, which is listen to music of English. You get used to English songs which are going to help you improve your pronunciation, vocabulary, intonation, and that way you can reduce your accent. Although everybody knows that if you are not surrounded by people who speak English all the time, it's going to be difficult, but this is a good tool you can use for making it possible. Then we have the third tip, which is that you have to make a list of those words you consider to be difficult. You gotta write down those words which you consider are difficult for you and ask an expert, a teacher, or a native speaker to pronounce them for you. Then you can repeat them as many times as you can, and you can make process by repeating them, and you're gonna have a good intonation and pronunciation. Then we have the fourth tip, which is that it's very important to pronounce the ending of each word, especially the S of the third person and the final D for the past, for the verbs in past. Then we have another tip which is very important, is that you have to record your own voice and listen to your pronunciation. It's very important to listen to your own voice, because this way you can see what mistakes you have and how can you make progress, or how to improve those things you think are difficult for you. Then we have the fifth tip, which is until you learn the correct pronunciation and the correct intonation and rhythm of English, you gotta slow down your speech. Some people confuse fluency with speaking so fast. You can be fluent, but you don't need to speak very fast and make the others get surprised with your speech. What you need is to communicate. You don't need to show off. So you can be speaking slowly and you can be fluent at the same times. Speaking fast doesn't mean that you are fluent. You can have like a slow speech, but you can be understood. If you are being understood, you are being fluent. Then we have another tip which is very important. That is, you gotta use your dictionary. Using the dictionary can help you learn those phonetic symbols, which have the specific sound you need for the correct pronunciation of some words which are present some difficulties for you. Okay. Then we have another tip, which is buy books on tape. What I mean here is that you gotta go to certain bookstores to find some books in which they give you the book and a tape as well. So you can read and listen to a native speaker for a few minutes. Then you can record your own voice pronouncing what the native speaker said, and you can make a comparison between the native speaker voice and yours. So that way you can see what words you mispronounce or what words you pronounce correctly. You can also read aloud in English for 15 to 20 minutes each day. This is going to help to improve the movements of your mouth, the muscles, and to produce those sounds which are so difficult in English, especially th and the past of some verbs. We also need another thing which is very important when you are learning any kind of language, that is that you gotta be patient. If you are not patient, it's gonna be so difficult for you to get some ideas, concepts, and vocabulary. It's a long journey, and you gotta be patient. You gotta look for new words, for new strategies, and you have to focus on those things you consider are going to be helpful for you, like watching TV, listening to other people's speech, and the most important thing is that you don't, you can't stop. You can't stop the process. If you stop the process, then you're going to have some problems. You can forget the language in about 6 months. So it's a process which cannot be stopped. So with these topics, I intended to make you feel interested for English and to be better. Although I'm not perfect, I also have some mistakes. I'm just trying to make you feel like a little bit aware of how important the pronunciation and the accent is, because it's a matter of being understood. What we need here is to communicate ideas and express opinions. We don't need to speak fast for people not to understand us. So, see you later.